Welcome to this tutorial on how to troubleshoot Google Analytics event tracking. Event tracking is a powerful feature in Google Analytics that allows you to measure specific interactions on your website or app, such as button clicks or form submissions. However, setting up event tracking can be complex and sometimes it may not work as expected. In this guide, we will walk you through the steps to troubleshoot Google Analytics event tracking. First, let's start with the basics. Event tracking in Google Analytics consists of four main components: category, action, label, and value. The category is the type of event. The action is the specific event. The label is additional information about the event. And the value is a numerical value associated with the event. To troubleshoot event tracking, start by checking the Google Analytics tracking code on your website or app. Ensure that the tracking code is correctly installed and that the event tracking code is properly formatted. You can use the Google Tag Assistant to verify the tracking code. Next, check the event tracking code itself. Make sure that the category, action, label, and value are correctly defined and match the event you are trying to track. You can use the Google Analytics debugger to test the event tracking code and see if it is sending the correct data to Google Analytics. Another common issue with event tracking is that the events are not being triggered correctly. Check that the event is being triggered by the correct action, such as a button click or form submission. You can use the browser developer tools to inspect the element and see if the event is being triggered. If the events are being triggered correctly, but not showing up in Google Analytics, check the event tracking settings in Google Analytics. Ensure that the event category and action are correctly defined in the event tracking settings and that the events are not being filtered out by any filters. Finally, check the data retention settings in Google Analytics. Ensure that the data retention period is set to a reasonable amount of time and that the events are not being deleted due to data retention policies. In addition to these steps, it's also important to follow best practices when setting up event tracking. Use a consistent naming convention for your events. And make sure to test your event tracking code thoroughly before deploying it to your live website or app. By following these steps and best practices, you should be able to troubleshoot Google Analytics event tracking and ensure that your events are being tracked correctly. Remember to always test your event tracking code and verify that the data is being sent to Google Analytics correctly. With correct event tracking, you can gain valuable insights into how users interact with your website or app, and make data-driven decisions to improve their experience.